And now, at a combined weight,
absolutely not.
The Face Beat Heels High Podcast.
Hey you, you're listening to a wrestling podcast made by women.
If you don't like women or wrestling, you should probably tap out now.
The views expressed on this podcast are mostly based on personal opinion, and any toxic masculinity brought to the attention of the host will be openly mocked. Mocked via public forum. Seriously though, we will make fun of you. We like to drink, laugh, and talk wrestling. So again, if you don't like to drink, laugh, or talk wrestling, you probably don't want to be listening to this podcast.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
What a beautiful
Hello.
day it is to be a wrestling fan today. You are listening to the Face Beat Heels High podcast, a podcast where women talk about wrestling because we like it.
Yes,
That's all we need to say. I'm one of your hosts, Princess Jellybean, otherwise known as PJ. We also have Wild Spice calling in.
Hi.
And Christina the Baker Contreras. And I must
Good
say,
morning.
your eyeliner is amazing.
Why, thank you.
Talk about face beat.
And
Thank you. I was like, I am sweating my head off in this bathroom because I will not open the window, but I am looking fine, so I don't care.
I do love it. It's very Tamina. Very, very Tamina.
Thank you. I was inspired by her. I was like, okay, girl, let's do this.
All right, guys. So I got to know, we got to start off as usual. What are we all drinking today? I will tell you, I am drinking White Claw all day because I've realized that since I'm the one who does the Monday Night Rocktails, I usually have about 3 of those throughout those 3 hours. So for my liver's sake, I will just be drinking White Claw when we record, probably from now on. Great. Black cherry. Boom.
There you go.
That's it.
PJ,
Black
what are you
Claw.
drinking?
Black Claw.
I am drinking, I have an iced tea situation happening, but I always go with iced tea and gin. That's like my new favorite like summer thing, iced tea
Really
and gin.
nice.
So
All right.
What about you, Baker?
Well, I'm feeling a little under the weather today, so I'm having my very own. What am I saying? No coffee, hot toddy.
nice.
Okay, well, I would want to go ahead and just remind all of our listeners to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at FaceBeatPod. I also want to give a special shout out to the absolute random person that sent us the Dexter Lumis cameo because holy shit, that made my life. I was shaking. Oh man, I wish
I'm still crying about it. Crying about it.
It was so good. So thank you to you. And honestly, thank you to all of our listeners. I can't believe we have so many people listening to us already. Actually, I don't know if you girls know this, but this is our Monthiversary today.
Yes, it is. Happy Monthiversary, guys.
Yes.
If you were in middle school, I'd get you a card.
Aww. I'd get you a cute little candy necklace or a bracelet or something.
But we'll dedicate a shot to ourselves at some point, during the show.
This is our cheers moment, so you can drink now. But I just want to really take a moment to thank all the listeners who have stuck with us through the nitty gritty. And I feel like we're finally getting our flow. So if this is your first time listening to us, then welcome to the family. We're all alcoholics. Yay.
Speaking of being alcoholics, we do love to drink at the Face Beat Heels High podcast. We hope that you are drinking along with us. We each get 3 shots to dedicate throughout the episode. When you hear this sound, again, when you hear this sound, yes, that is the Undertaker's bell. That means that a shot has been dedicated. So please take a shot, drink along with us. We dedicate shots to moments we love, wrestlers we love, anything we want during the wrestling week and in the wrestling world. So get your drink on with us. Yay.
All right, Baker, tell the people what we're doing today.
All right. So we are going to start today with Raw, followed by SmackDown, and we're going to end it with some NXT action.
I have to say, it was a good week.
Yes,
it
was
really
a very
was.
Good week. Sad as it was, which we'll get into later in the wrestling world segment. It was a really really jam-packed week of wrestling. So let's just get right into it.
Let's go.
Raw. Here we go. Start off with the Kevin Owens show, who was a sassy last night. He was killing me. Like, it was supposed to be about the women, and it usually is whenever I see them. But with Kevin Owens, all the side stuff that he was doing,
he does not listen. He does not listen to what people tell him to do. He does not
at
care.
all. He's just like,
I love to hate him because he's so like he is his own person, and he's like, no, but this is my show. What are you talking about?
It was great because like Natalia would come out, and then he was like, oh, let me get the signs out the way, like. And then when Charlotte came out and tried to tell him like, you need to open the ring for me, he was like, oh, okay, I'll go.
Then
do
he was
that.
like, you lost a feather.
Yes, and she was like, do you want to make a boa? I was like, yes.
The
Kudos to
improv,
Charlotte for being like on top of
yes,
that.
the improv was on fucking point. Also, it's the first time we're having an audience since this whole pandemic happened,
For real.
which was
we will-
exciting.
We'll also get into that a little bit later because I definitely want to talk about the plexiglass moment.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I have feelings and thoughts about the plexiglass right
Yes.
there.
I was a little concerned because I was like, can we get them some chairs? Are you really going to make them stand for this?
Honey.
entire thing? But I think I did see some chairs later on, so that was fine.
I was all about seeing all those wrestlers standing up. It's first of all, that's resistance and resilience, and second, we were able to catch our boy in the.
No, actually.
No, it
really?
wasn't him. It wasn't
was-
him.
It was fake Dexter
Yeah, it
Lumis.
was fake Dexter Lumis. I didn't want to tell you guys, but I was like, I don't believe it's him.
There was one close up, and I
Yeah,
was like,
and it
oh,
was not
wait,
him.
that's not him. What the fuck?
No, my heart just broke.
I
in a
know.
Fine, we'll talk
million
about it later. It
pieces.
did make,
Okay.
I will
Yeah.
say it did make the lights look really cool, though. And the
Yeah,
entrance.
it did. And I think it's nice for them to like, feed off of that energy. Also, Asuka comes out and she immediately chants for Becky, which made my heart just fly away. It was so nice, even though it's like, really, let me mourn, please. Like you can't bring her up every week. I can't deal. So then we have Andrade versus Apollo Crews for the United States Championship. I
That
will
was
say,
amazing.
so good. I will say that Selena Vega did tweet that her outfit was going to be on point, and that bitch delivered. And I just
Delivered.
say,
She did deliver.
Delivered.
looking like a dominatrix Latina Barbie in
I
those
love-
freaking shoes. Okay, but when she got accidentally kicked, first I was like, I know the baker is living for this now.
I was living.
But when I loved it because it looked like the fake out that Apollo did, like he was just very smart in the ring with that. And then Selena got knocked out and immediately like went to touch her face. And I was like, girl, why aren't you worried about your ankles? Because you just fell in those shoes.
on those heels.
It can't be the first time, though.
Mm-hmm. No, I know. But that was such an insane match. And now Apollo Crews is our new United States champion.
Yeah.
His speech
Well
almost made me cry.
deserved.
Well deserved.
Well deserved.
I'm so happy for him. He almost made me cry with his speech. When Charlie just popped up out of nowhere, I was like, girl, you got here so fast. How'd you do that?
Right.
Trash Bag Rollins looking like Elder Price from Book of Mormon popped out
My God.
for his book with the Rey Mysterio mask. I don't know where this is going still. I don't know his
Listen.
thing. Wait, okay.
Okay.
I know
okay,
what you're
wait.
going to say.
Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
Hold on. I called it. I was watching and I was like, I saw him holding onto this mask and I was like, no, motherfucker, what are you doing? No, put that down. That does not belong to you. Stop it.
Mhm.
And then my cute little baby boy, Humberto Carrillo, comes out and he delivers a fantastic match
Mhm.
Yeah, great match.
just to be put through the same kind of bullshit or almost
Yeah.
the same kind
he
of bullshit
looks like
that
he
Mysterio
looks
was
like a
put
male
through.
Barbie.
He does.
Did anybody else notice that? Just like his like
He does.
complexion and his facial
so
features, he
beautiful.
literally looks like a Barbie,
Yes, he does.
like a
Well,
male
Not even
Barbie.
a Ken doll, a male Barbie.
Right, a male Barbie.
Yes, yes, I
I-
agree.
Well, if we're just going to fast forward and talk about that match, Aleister Black, holy shit.
I love
was
him.
killing it.
I love him so much.
It. And only thing that made me mad, I mean, I guess like obviously Austin's not going to lose the first time he's with this cult trio, whatever. Do they even have a name yet? Like what is happening? I don't know. But
I don't know the disciples. I
I
don't
was-
fucking know.
I was kind of mad that Carrillo's the one who not fucked it up, but like, he lost. And I was like, damn, Aleister Black really put in work today.
Yeah. Here's the one thing that bothers me about what they're doing with Aleister Black right now is I wish that he was in a storyline that like
Mm.
went along with his character.
Badassness. Yeah.
and like
with
his like
aesthetic.
spookiness. Yeah, his aesthetic. That's a great word. Thank you. I really
Mhm.
wish that he was in a storyline that reflected it. And I thought I saw a teaser of it because wasn't he the one that pushed AJ Styles into the into the crypt in Money in the Bank?
Yeah.
And I
Yes,
wish
it
that
was
they had
great.
like built off of that, but instead he's like in these random matches and they're great matches. But I just wish that he could be spooky.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't. I want to
probably
go
ha-
ahead.
it's
Like
probably
a spooky
coming.
face, though. Like a spooky face. We have enough heels, you know?
I agree.
Like, I just want it to be like a spooky face. Spooky Halloween.
Wow,
But
Spice.
like,
Okay, so then we have Charlotte coming out talking shit about how she's gonna win the triple threat match later that night. I'm gonna go ahead and dedicate my shot. Ooh. I'm gonna dedicate it.
The episode has
Yes.
been dedicated.
Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and dedicate it to our current Raw Women's Champion, Asuka, for telling
Heck
the
yes.
Queen that red is not her color.
oh my God. I died. Okay, shot.
I stand. That shit was great. So then we also had McIntyre come out and Bobby Lashley and MVP, I don't know, challenging him or whatever. And then McIntyre Claymored MVP. How do y'all feel about that? Because I feel like
I was distracted by him wearing a shirt.
ooh, but
He
then
looked so
So good.
hot.
but then
I
he
have
took
this
off
thing-
that shirt.
I absolutely love men wearing button-down shirts with rolled up sleeves. That's a
Mhm.
thing. That's a thing for me. I love it. So I was just like, snack daddy. Go
So
on.
fucking good.
If anyone else wants to buy us a cameo,
Yes. If Drew McIntyre is doing cameos, listen, I don't know what we'll do. We'll I don't know.
get us wrong. We love our boy.
Yes.
we
We
love
do.
our boy Dexter
We do.
Lumis.
We do.
And we
Love
were
our
all
boy.
literally in tears.
That was
But
the best.
if anyone else wants to track down Drew Snack Daddy McIntyre,
Mhm.
We will not get mad. We will be
Yes.
very appreciative. We
Yes.
might do something about it as a thank you.
He should be
Go ahead,
shirtless,
Dre.
though. Okay, well, we'll get into the McIntyre stuff later. Iconics come out, and I guess Billy apologizes for slapping Peyton, whatever. Alexa Bliss. I don't know what the shouting match was, but that was fine.
I want to give a shout out to Nikki Cross because I don't like her.
Me
I
neither.
do not like her, but she stood her ground. And at
Yeah.
one point I was like, Nikki, I cannot understand you. You're speaking Scottish right now.
That was the
So
best
I
I've
do
seen on
not know
microphone
what's
from her,
coming
though.
out of you. Yes.
Mhm.
And like the most genuine. She's always like portraying this deranged, silly, campy character that really drives me nuts. It just really
It's gotten
upsets me.
campy since her call up. Like it actually,
Yes.
when she was on NXT, it used to be that it was just crazy. Like it was like nuts crazy. Like Dean Ambrose before he was
Okay.
comic relief crazy. Like it was like
Uh-huh.
super nuts, like out of her mind batshit. But since being with Alexa, it's been like they like candy coat it, and I don't like it.
Right. I don't like it. Like deranged and sweet.
But she deserves
yesterday-
a shout out.
So yeah, so then we had Kevin Owens versus Angel Garza. Angel Garza cheated. He wins. Whoop whoop. Viking Raiders and Street Profits go golfing. Great. And then we have, the Rollins trio versus Katayu and Aleister, which we kind of like touched on earlier. But then the whole Seth threatening to do the same thing that he did to Mysterio was absolute insanity. I know I hate him, but I was kind of like, dang, he's really good at what he's doing. To make
Yeah.
me hate him.
I almost want, I'll say this super quickly. I almost want it to be that like every twosome that his disciples wrestle,
Mhm.
whoever is the like lesser of the two, they pull into the cult.
Yeah.
So like so like everyone that like he like always pulls someone into the cult. So like whoever they're wrestling,
All
he
the
pulls
losers.
someone.
I want him to have a girl soon on it, and I want it to be Ruby Riott.
Yes.
I'm advocating for this hard,
Oh.
but I really think that Ruby Riott
Hmm.
would probably gain a lot from joining this whole thing if he decides to have a
That's
woman on
really
it.
interesting.
I'm just going to skip right to it because we don't have that much
Agreed.
time left for Raw, but we need to talk about this triple threat match because it was everything I fucking wanted. Natalia, Charlotte Flair, Nia. The winner of this match gets to go on to fight Asuka for the Raw Women's title at Backlash.
Also cutting to Asuka.
Yeah.
The cuts to Asuka were everything.
Oh my God,
Yes.
that girl knows how to give face. She gives good face. Oh my God, it was so good. Okay, favorite moments of the match.
I love her.
Mine was when Natalia fucking took down Nia and Charlotte.
Suplex power bomb.
Yes.
I was like, whoa.
In the corner, like that. Oh my God. It was so exciting. I didn't know which way it was going to go. I kind of thought Nia was going to win because of how it's building up. But oh my gosh. What do you guys think about that shit? Go on, CJ.
I was honestly hoping for actually Charlotte to almost win and then Rhea Ripley to come out and to nix it for her, because Rhea Ripley is wanting the NXT belt, and the NXT belt should be in NXT, and that's
Dear Vince.
True story.
Dear Vince, and also Triple H. But I thought it was a great match. I thought they all looked really powerful. I thought they all balanced each other really well for the most part. There was some time that Natalya spent like outside the ring for a long time, and I was like, that girl's taking a nap. But it needed to happen. So I really enjoyed it. And the commentary in Japanese from Asuka was amazing.
It was fantastic.
And I also just need to say that I didn't know that you could roll your R's so much in Japanese.
Huh.
Oh yeah.
I mean, me neither. You know, one of my favorite lines in the thing commentary was one of the announcers said about Charlotte Flair slapping whoever the hell she was slapping. Call that lady a lumberjack. She's chopping down the trees.
I heard that one too.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was
so good. We gotta. I mean, Baker, you have like 30 seconds to talk about your Samoan beautiful lady. Go ahead.
I am biased. I'm happy. Nia won. I'm really happy because everybody always teams up against her just to beat her up. So this time it didn't happen. So yay. But they tried several times. I was honestly and legitimately afraid for both those blonde women's lives when they decided to put Nia Jax on their shoulders. I was like, what are you doing? And then body slam onto the announcer's table. I was like, and it's gone. The table forever. It's gone. Yeah, but I'm really happy. Biased. Yay, Nia.
It was really, really good match. And that's all I got for Raw. Shall we take a break?
Let's take a break.
Let's do it.
In the Dicebox Slam is a Dungeons & Dragons podcast where we mix wrestling and fantasy. Join your hosts, current All Elite Wrestling Women's Champion, the Native Beast Nyla Rose, Drew, Sean, Will, and me, your Dungeon Daddy Alex, as we spin this tale every other Wednesday on Spotify. You can search for us under In the Dicebox Slam, and follow us on Twitter at In the Dicebox, and use the hashtag Slamcast to join in on any giveaways and on the fun. Do it, or Nyla will find you and put you through a table.
Hey guys, we're back.
All right. So let's move on to some SmackDown, shall we? Alrighty. SmackDown. So we start with The Miz and Morrison. They were so freaking rude. The puppets and the Dipper puppet? Anyways, just leave Baby Otis alone.
I'm sick of it.
But then Braun comes out and they were just talking crap about them. It got me so upset, but I'm happy.
On. But wait, you guys, we have to talk about like who the puppets are. Shiloh, the lonely laundry lass, Dookie the diaper boy, and Mandy Kin Rose.
I'm mad.
No. No. So when... Wait, what were you saying?
I was going to say also Michael Cole said, did you just say that Miz grew up in the streets? About that match.
I'm so mad.
Oh, Michael Cole. All right, real quick. So I have this theory that after they told Otis, well, the Miz and Morrison were like, all right, so let's do this handicap match against Otis, right? So I am thinking that my theory is that that's going to happen, right? And then Otis is going to cash in to make... Wait, what? I wrote this down. I'm sorry. No. Okay. So instead of being a handicap match, Braun is going to come out, be a tag team match situation. And then he's going to cash that as a team so that Braun doesn't lose his title, but Otis also gets the title. Maybe? No?
I don't know what you just said.
You know what? Let's move on. It doesn't matter. All right. So AJ Styles versus Shinsuke. All right. That's for the Intercontinental title. It was great. I really do enjoy
to advance. It wasn't for the title. It was to advance in the
to advance. Correct. To advance into the tournament. All right. So the bell barely rang when they started going at each other. So I was very, very appreciative of that because I was like, all right, these men wanted to get this over with. And they were going to each other, like at each other, like it was nobody's business.
It was really good. AJ's also, he's like been officially traded to SmackDown now. So we're going to see AJ every Friday.
Right.
Whoop, whoop. Makes sense. His whole outfit's blue. Always has been.
Alrighty. So AJ pins and wins. So he pins Shinsuke and he wins. I'm trying to, as you can see, I'm just flying through these. So Charlotte versus Bayley.
Yes.
Queen.
We have to talk about this.
Yes, please. That cape. Can we talk about that cape?
Charlotte is with, oh God.
Everything
her
she
fucking
wears.
Cape.
She didn't even wear a cape on NXT, and I was still, my jaw was dropped.
She's
what she looked like.
She's stunning. Everything she wears, she's stunning. But
and her hair's so good.
Everything about her is so good. The purple, gold, black number. I literally wrote it down. I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, Bayley knows Sasha, telling Sasha, I need you to sit this one out.
Right. I was like, oh, Queen. Okay. All right. I see you.
You know what?
So that's a whole build up for them to have another rivalry, fight.
She needed to do that because so far in Bayley's championship reign, title reign, she has not really held it down by herself since she got it.
No, not at all.
So I think she really needed to show it. I was shocked. I didn't think it was going to end that way. So
Neither did I. I wrote here, Michael Cole, you need to stop giving Bayley so many props because he was just talking about how good she is, and she was just like, thank you, Michael Cole, and I was like, shut up, don't talk to our boy.
Charlotte took Michael Cole's mic. I screamed.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see it? She took his microphone. She took the headset off of him and took his fucking microphone and said some shit. But I just screamed. The disrespect. I can't. Bayley, I love how Bayley talks though when she's fucking fighting all the time. So when she say to Charlotte, "That's cheating, sister." You can't do that.
Wait, when Charlotte said to her, "Levels, Bayley, levels. I'm teaching you how to be a champion." I died. I was like, wait. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Wait, was it Bayley that was like gonna do something to Charlotte and like she had her like she was gonna try to lift her and one of the announcer goes, "Here she goes," and then she couldn't do it and goes, "Nope."
Yes.
So many good fucking Bayley almost bent Charlotte clean in half. Bayley, I can't. It was so good. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. Corey Graves defended Michael Cole and said Bayley should be concerned with Charlotte Flair, not you, Michael Cole. Disrespect. That's what he said.
God. Wait, at the very end of that match, when Bayley's just screaming, "Sasha, I love you, Sasha. We did it, baby." I want to dedicate my cheers to just the overall gayness of that moment, even though that was not the intention. I'm here for all things gay. So that was just like, okay. So cheers. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
The second shot of the episode has been dedicated.
Ooh. Oh God, we're just flying through them.
Yes, we are. All right, so moving on to the Sonya Deville and Dolph Ziggler versus Mandy and Otis. I was really upset. Why? This match, it was fantastic. I just didn't want Sonya to win.
Interesting.
That's all. I just didn't want her to win.
I think I'm more Team Otis than I am Team Mandy currently.
Absolutely.
Probably because I'm a little biased towards Sonya now because I know she's gay, so I love her.
Yes.
And she's also doing a really good job of fucking shit up. Mandy looked really cute though. I like that Daisy Duke outfit.
Yeah, she looked really cute. I have this weird, like, I know that Sonya is openly gay and whatnot, but like, my issue is not with her. My issue is with how Dolph kind of like,
it's like, I wish,
like something, I don't know what it is. It's kind of intimidating, but also sex appeal-y while whenever he's standing by her. And I'm just like, aren't you in love with Mandy?
I really just think he's tired. Like, I really just think he doesn't want to be involved in this storyline. And I think that he's tired and he wants to go home.
Yeah.
Probably.
I wish the team was Sonya and Otis versus Mandy and Dolph, because then I would be like, I would have a clear team. But I have like, like out of nowhere, like have a turn and just like plot twist it up. All of a sudden it's Otis versus, that'd be cool.
It makes me sad that those other three people are probably going to be involved in him cashing in.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me sad that they're all weirdly connected in this odd storyline that nobody really cares about.
Yeah, nobody really does. That makes
and
me
with
sad.
like us coming behind Otis,
Or Otis.
more. Like, yeah, I think that he deserves better than that. And that's all.
He really does. Well, basically, Sonya pins Mandy down and they win. Whatever. Let's move on. The Forgotten Sons, please go away.
I didn't even write that down.
All right. What did I write here? Renee walking away from the Miz and Morrison after being forced to ho-ho for the Miz and Morrison thing. I died. We're like, hey, ho-ho.
I
Miz
can't.
and Morrison. And she's like, I'm done here.
I hate it. I
walk
hate
away.
everything about them. Everything about them.
And last but not least, because it has taken an entire month of my life.
I'm really mad that was the main event.
Yeah. I'm not happy either.
Charlotte and Bayley should have been the main event.
I agree. I agree. But then again, this was for, it was going to be the main event. It was a qualifying match. So it had to happen. Right. I haven't even said the name, Jeff Hardy and Seamus. Here we go. We all knew that was going to happen. Jeff Hardy had to win because
the real beef is between Seamus and Cole.
Yes, it is.
Give me Cole in the ring.
Yes.
Give me Cole in the ring.
He tweeted, I don't know if you guys saw that, but Seamus tweeted, "This ain't over, Cole." To Cole. Not to Hardy. He did. He tweeted, he was like, "This ain't over, Cole." I was like, this is the real fight. This is the true feud. Like, Jeff Hardy is just, I don't know what he's doing, but the true beef is between Michael Cole and Seamus. So let's get Michael Cole in the ring. Please. Let's have him fucking win because my man deserves nothing but respect.
Correct.
And let's just let Jeff Hardy do something else. I don't know. I feel like they rushed to have him come back because they don't even have like a real storyline for him.
No. He probably has music. Now that I'm thinking about it, there's probably been a time when he has been in the ring before and probably has music. I want to know what it is.
Michael Cole?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Because all of them have music, I think. All of the announcers. Like just in case they need to like go in and interrupt or something, like in case they're involved in the storyline. I'm pretty sure they all have music. I know.
All right.
Who won that match? Jeff, right?
Yes. But yeah. I want to point out real quick, Corey said, "Cole, why do you have to get involved in the first place? Look at how mad he is at you. I got you, Shamo."
Yeah.
Ew.
I was so upset.
What did Michael Cole say? He said something. Seamus said some shit to him, and then he goes, "Win the match, and people will start talking about Seamus."
I also have to say too.
Yeah,
I have to say too that I know that we're House Michael Cole, but I know that we don't cover AEW. But if I was Jeff Hardy, I'd be so jealous of what my brother is up to because of the match that he was involved in with Double or Nothing. Because I would feel so sad to be involved in a stupid storyline with Seamus and not get to be like literally. Matt Hardy had one of the coolest parts in AEW All or Nothing, which I'll talk about in a little bit, just because that main event was so good. And I know we don't cover it, so I want to move on.
Alrighty, so that's basically it for SmackDown. We finished with, Jeff Hardy winning over Sheamus, and that's pretty much it. It was a decent match. It's not that it was not, but at this point, and I've mentioned this before, I'm over this storyline. So
yeah.
How about some NXT? TJ.
NXT.
I am fastly becoming like a really big fan of NXT. Like
I told you guys at the beginning of this.
Yeah.
You did.
And what's super cool about it, and for those of you, if you're listening and you're not, immediately a wrestling fan, you're listening because you love us. NXT is a great way to get involved because you can see the wrestlers in their developmental stages, and then you see them get called up to Raw or SmackDown, and it's super exciting. So to see their their come up is always fun.
Yeah.
I am obsessed with Karrion Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux. I
Oh
can't
my God,
wait until I can see that entrance in person.
Oh,
it's so good.
What? When he comes up behind her, that entrance, I can't. It's going to be so freaking good.
It's going to be so good. It makes me a little bit sad that they're still doing squash matches.
Yeah. But now he's got his whole thing set up. Yeah, I want to see Karrion versus Lumis.
Oh,
that is what I want. And I will not rest until I see it. Dexter Lumis, if you listen to us now, hi, I love you. Can you please?
Dear Hunter.
We almost thought that guy at Raw was you, but now we know.
I always knew it wasn't you, Dexter. I just didn't want to shatter their dreams.
No, I was living that fantasy. I was really happy. Wait, real quick. I just really feel like Karrion Kross is like a harbinger of death and Scarlett is like his pet vulture. and he loves her, and he loves her so much. But like,
Is she like the manager, or is she going to be wrestling?
I want her to wrestle.
I don't think she's wrestling.
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
think
that
she's
she's
a man.
wrestled. No, I don't think so.
I think she has before. I think I saw like stuff of her. Did you notice that her gloves have nails like Catwoman
Yeah.
and Tim
They're
Burton?
like vulture, like
Yeah,
dinosaur.
I know what I said, Bear. I stand by what I said.
She's also fucking
Vulture.
stunning.
Yes,
She really is.
I love everything about them.
Okay, moving on. Phantasma versus Tozawa for the Cruiserweight tournament. Phantasma takes the W with a pinfall victory, which is great. It means that he is going into the finals to possibly win the Cruiserweight championship. He's the last to survive in his group.
Yes.
Timothy Thatcher calls out Matt Riddle again. Where'd that girl get a tank? That's my next. That was my next note. Where did that girl get a tank?
Oh, man.
Basically, Shanzi Blackheart goes into a whole monologue about her dad riding motorcycles and being in a band. I don't know what that was about, but she rides a tank around, and I always want to ride a tank, so that was kind of cool. Where'd they get a tank, though? Did they go to Stone Cold's house? He has a tank, I'm pretty sure. Calls out like everyone on the roster, pretty much. Then we have Mia Yim and Santana Garrett, who I've never seen before. Is she dressed like a circus ringmaster? I don't know.
I was gonna say. I'm like, you bought that at Spirit of Halloween. That's
Right,
a
she had
sexy ref
like a
and a
stick.
Mad Hatter. You were like,
I literally wrote.
She went to a seamstress and she was
And a
like, all right,
pirate?
I bought these two. Do something about it. I'm keeping the hat.
Yeah, I wrote Mad Hatter versus Britney's version of circus.
Circus. Yeah, that's what I thought. And she had a stick for like 2 seconds, like one of the like, the like tap dance sticks. But then she threw it. So I don't know what was going on there.
That dragon suplex though by Maya Yim.
Hell yeah. Mia Yim wins.
That was
interrupted by the Garganos. I said Johnny Gargano is the best hype man I've ever seen.
Oh my God.
I think he's great.
I can't get behind him yet. I can't. He's so ridiculous.
That's part of it though.
No, I know. He's a good hype man, but like
they're like heels.
I cannot get behind his wife's makeup, so I don't support him.
Well, I mean, she's trying her hardest and that's okay. But I just feel like he's like not a real he's a good hype man, but who's really scared of him? Like, I feel like I could
nobody. That's a tiny man. He's a tiny man.
They're this brand of heels. I'm sure there's a name for it, and I just don't know what it is. It's this brand of heel where you're like a heel, but you're also comedic relief.
I guess.
Like that guy with Carmella. The guy with
James Ellsworth.
Yes.
Okay. But he said, protect your neck. He got mad ratchet. Protect your neck.
There's that face that he makes at one point where he's just staring into the camera, and I just want it on a t-shirt so bad. Anyways, the Tower of Man that is Keith Lee comes in and defends me.
Yes.
I don't mind them together, actually.
No, neither do
I. Don't
I.
mind that being a four-way kind of match situation.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. That looks good.
Cameron Grimes has a quick promo in a vineyard somewhere, it looked like. Undisputed Era, the Douchey Douches, Roderick Strong versus our best friend Dexter Lumis. Insert Insta plug here if you have not seen our cameo from Dexter Lumis.
Yes, we posted it on Insta. Please go see him.
Please go check it out. We're still losing our collective shits.
Roderick Strong pins him for the win, but then of course Dexter Lumis slithers over and puts a lock in on him. Undisputed Era comes out, of course, and then Velveteen Dream comes to the rescue of Dexter Lumis. Also, Dexter Lumis gives head rubs, and I love head rubs.
I love that.
I love head rubs.
I was like, oh, you look so sweet. Just like stroking this poor man who was passed out.
That was amazing.
I also will say too that really quickly, just Dexter Lumis, he wrestles unlike anybody that I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
His style is very like strong arm, but also there's just other things going on. I really like it. He's really exciting to watch, and I'm glad
the heft of his punches. Like,
I'm
the
glad
power.
I'm glad that we've kind of gotten a chance to I spy him from the first time he stepped out, and now we kind of get to see him grow. And that's again, I will say that's part of what makes being a wrestling fan really cool.
Correct.
Why does Keith Lee talk about himself in the third person? That's just a question I have. Baldy versus Everrise. I just put what? I don't know what that was or who those people were.
I wanted to mention real quick the I'll say it afterwards.
Kushida versus Drake Maverick. And Jake Atlas is also there, who we love.
Yes, we did.
And at one point, Kushida slapped the life out of that boy because
Yeah, he did.
nobody expected Drake Maverick to win, but Drake Maverick, the underdog of the season, pulls out the W.
Okay, so Drake Maverick at one point, he's talking to the correspondent and he's like, I'm tired of somebody trying to give me a pep talk.
Oh yeah,
I'm tired of somebody trying to give me a TED talk. What are you talking about?
I'm tired of someone trying to give me a pep talk. I'm tired of someone trying to give me a TED talk. Like, I commend you for trying, but it didn't quite work.
Did not land.
We get Damian Priest and Finn Balor at TakeOver, which I'm excited about. But again, we all think that Damian Priest should just be a voice actor at this point.
Yep.
Wasting your time.
Charlotte comes in looking sleek as fuck.
Always.
She looks so good. She was like
so
a
good,
hot blonde ninja.
For real.
Damn.
It is time for me to dedicate my shots.
Oh, shit.
I'm actually dedicating my shot to Rhea Ripley's eye makeup
Hey.
because she keeps
We love
her
you, girl.
feet,
Mm-hmm.
and I love her.
Mm-hmm.
And that was also a really good match. I
Yeah.
thought it was a good match, and I love Rhea Ripley with all my heart. Rhea Ripley, if you're listening to this,
We
please be my
stand.
friend.
If you want to get us a cameo, or maybe just PJ a cameo. If
Yeah.
Just a message just for her.
And that's about it. We're going to get a cage match of Matt Riddle versus Timothy Thatcher, which should be good, although they do more grappling than they do like jumping. So cage might not change the match at all.
Mhm.
Right.
And just preparing for TakeOver.
Yes.
Yeah, so I thought it was well-rounded. I thought all the shows this week were really well-rounded.
Mm-hmm.
There were many moments where I was like, why is this happening? This is such a filler match. Like, I felt like all the shows.
There was a really good momentum overall, so to speak.
Yeah.
To
I
all
will
three
say-
shows.
I wanted to say this about Raw. I forgot I wrote this down. I just want to know if there's stuff backstage that's okay to throw around and stuff that's not. Like, is it color coded? I just want to know how when they have a fit backstage, I want to know, like Lana too. I want to know, like, if he knows what's okay to
Lana.
throw. It's gotta be.
I bet you that's like a whole area. Like, this is the fit room. This is where you can just throw your
Her
tantrum.
foundation is good. Her foundation and her tan.
Oh,
It's getting worse every week. It's getting worse every week.
I was thinking that while I was watching it, but because we're a women we stand thing. But yes, maybe she is just getting a lot of sun in Florida, or
Perhaps.
maybe it's that like age old question. You know, like for me, I'm brown. For people who don't know, I'm brown, so I have to have a summer foundation and a winter foundation because in the summer, if I can't even lay out in my balcony. Literally in just a sports bra without my boobs already getting tan for 5 minutes.
Right.
So it's probably one of those, maybe she just doesn't know about that yet.
Her and Candace, Gargano's wife.
Yeah.
Candace
Candace
LeRae.
LeRae.
They need to go somewhere.
I think that they share foundations because they're both kind of like the same shade of like
No,
gray
Lana,
scale.
no, Lana is
Lana's orange.
Yeah, she's teetering into Ariana Grande territory.
I'm talking about her, like her cheekbones. Her cheekbones are like a solid, like brown gray.
I really would just like to talk to Candace and like, and do it for her or help her. Like, let's go to Sephora.
Should we do a cameo for her?
Oh gosh.
Should we?
We got you
Candace,
a makeup artist.
We love you, girl. We love you. I just want.
We want you to
your
succeed.
best. That's all. I just need you to get some peach tones.
That's it. Should we take a break?
Yes.
Let's take a break.
Hi everybody, it's me, PJ, and I'm letting you know that we've officially entered a break. And that means that we're giving your ears a little bit of a rest from talking about wrestling. We just want you to know that we love you and we thank you for listening, and we hope that you'll follow us on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and even send us an email. Okay, time to get back to wrestling. Bye!
We're back.
Hi.
All right. So, PJ, take it away.
What am I talking about?
This is what in the wrestling world. Shots
yeah.
McGee.
Welcome to what in the wrestling world, where we talk about other things that are happening in the wrestling world.
What am I talking about? It's not like we've been doing this for like a month.
You don't pay attention in
You
school,
also
and then your
wrote
teacher
this
calls
down.
your name.
You also wrote down the breakdown.
I'm the one that does the breakdowns. I mean, do we want to start with the sad stuff first?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So update. I mean, sure everybody knows already, but for those who don't know, Shad Gaspard's body was found literally the day we recorded.
Yeah.
So his body pulled up on Venice Beach. So that's very sad. There is a GoFundMe for his funeral and preparations and everything. Somebody anonymously donated $40K to it. Everyone thinks
Thank
it's
you.
John Cena
Well,
because for reasons, but it's really, really sad. And then we also have what really rocked my world that really fucking depressed me. Hana Kimura
yeah.
Yeah.
killed herself, committed suicide. She was 20.
She was killed by suicide. We
Yes.
try not to say committed suicide because that's putting the blame on her. She was killed by suicide.
I don't know if I agree with that because she did do it.
Yes, but she was
That's what
driven
it
by
is.
other people.
Yeah, but it was still, I don't know. We'll have to agree to disagree. But I
The
know.
wrestling world lost two wonderful humans.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we did. We did.
22 years old, which is really insane. She was, from what I could see, extremely freaking talented and beautiful and had her whole life ahead of her. She's the daughter of a wrestler, so she's like a legacy baby also. Like it's just an incredible loss. So my thoughts and condolences. I don't do prayers, but if that'll make you feel better, thoughts, prayers, and everything to all of her family and friends and fans.
And also, I will just say too, if you happen to be listening to this and you feel like you are alone or you feel like you have nobody, send us a message or reach out. We are all human beings and we are together, and we'll stand up for you. And any toxic masculinity will be openly mocked. So
always,
if your bully is a man, we will publicly call him out.
Yes.
On our show.
Which about that too, I mean, there's another podcaster, moving on to like other news, a podcaster, JD, somebody who knows, I don't care, I don't want to give him any fame, who just like publicly went out, I don't know if you guys know about this, but was talking shit about Alexa Bliss and how she is in bed and how she's probably one of those women who just lays there and takes it.
Goodbye, sir. Goodbye.
Yeah. And completely, and she's kind of getting some flack for speaking on it, but it's like, you have to. She's like, no, absolutely not. I refuse to let this person, I don't want to give them notoriety, but I refuse to let this person say that, I don't work hard or I don't do anything. And it's just it's toxic masculinity at its finest. And the people who stick up for that, if you're listening, what the hell are you doing? Second, it's like, like, no, that doesn't have anything to do with, she's a character and podcasters get to review characters. Characters are one thing, but when you just sit there and attack that person, like, you forget, especially in lieu of what happened this past week, you can't just blatantly say stuff like that and say, well, they're just a character and they don't have feelings. No, fuck that.
No.
You think you're the only person who gets to say that? Like, she probably hears that stuff all the time, but you spreading it is what's making it worse.
Poison.
Correct.
Absolute poison.
So, no. And speaking more about toxic fucking men, do you guys know what happened with Jeff Cornette?
Yeah.
I do not. Okay. Please enlighten me.
That was bad. That was not a good look for him.
Yep. He was basically talking shit about my queen, Becky Lynch, and saying how stupid it was that she got pregnant when she was making $1 million a year, and that, basically.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. We talked about this. Yeah, please go on.
Talking shit about mothers in general. I could probably pull it up what he said, but it was just fucking awful. And
I will go ahead and say that he just throughout his entire career has been one of the people to say crazy shit, and that's kind of his zhuzh, but I do not feel like this was even remotely, like, I feel like it's okay to be a little outside the lines of, like, that's your brand, but this was way outside the lines.
I have what he said here, okay? So Jim Cornette said, you can't always be on top of the wrestling business in $1 million a year spot or more, but you can have a baby. What is she? Can she be 30?
Yeah, no.
Number one. Well, she's still got many more years before the fucking Easy Bake Oven gets shut off. She can have all those problems like a distended stomach and stretch marks and hemorrhoids and hormone problems and mood swings and all those other joys of motherhood later when she ain't making $1 million a year.
Goodbye, sir.
she's got plenty of time left. What would you do if your wife came home and said, instead of making $1 million next year, I'm going to basically just be a raging bitch for the next 9 months and then give you more shit to worry about around the house?
Fire that man. Fire him. He's a broadcaster. You can fire him.
My blood is boiling reading that. But, oh gosh, the conflicted feelings I feel. Seth Rollins responded. And
I need a sound for when you talk about this. I don't know what it would be, but it's something.
Just screaming rage. Seth Rollins responded, and you guys, I don't know who I am if I don't hate Seth Rollins, to put it mildly. Okay, I don't know who I am without this hatred for him. But
read it.
All right. He said, "It hurt my feelings on a personal level because Jim Cornette is someone who's a legend in our industry, and he's someone that I've personally worked with in my time at Ring of Honor. For him to come out and say some real negative things, some real misogynistic things about women in general and pregnancy in the industry, it kind of caught me off guard, and it made me lose a lot of respect for someone who, like a lot of people, I had kind of already lost a lot of respect for. I was holding on to hope that somewhere along the line there was a personal connection between Jim and I that would make him think twice before making some egregious comments about women and about my wife. I can't even forgive him. I don't even want to repeat them."
I got goosebumps.
So, Seth, I guess, and this is hurting my heart to say, I guess you're okay. You're okay, Seth Rollins.
And you know what?
The person.
Based upon what we said last week, Jeree, that's growth.
Thanks.
Everyone's had a growth moment. I'll never like Dana Brooke. I don't care.
Yeah. We're mark this day, y'all, because we'll bring it back the day she comes with a compliment for her. But
right.
Yeah, I don't know who I am if I don't hate him. But then, he did that bullshit with Rey Mysterio again this week. Oh, also news, which I told Christina, I don't know if she knows about this. And I was like, I'm going to save it for the show.
So, when you were like, by the way, yes. Never mind.
So we didn't touch on it on Raw, but they had announced that on next Raw, we get Rey Mysterio's retirement ceremony.
I'm wearing his shirt right now.
Yes. Also, did you know that Seth Rollins is hosting the ceremony?
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Mm-hmm. I'm not happy.
I was confused because... Oh, yes, go on.
Yes.
We have a little bit of time, but I just want... Actually... No, I don't think it's important. I was going to say that, I thought it was real, but now I'm sure it's a work because
it has to be a bit. I told you about it. I'm like, this has to be a bit.
Yeah, he's hosting it, so I don't believe that.
I hope Aleister Black comes out. I hope Aleister Black stands up for all this.
I really hope so too. We know how he loves his Latin people.
That's true.
That's true.
I really quickly, I know, like I said before, I know that we don't cover AEW, and already 3 shows a week plus pay-per-views is a lot of wrestling to watch. We have discovered, but I do really quickly want to give a shout out to the AEW pay-per-view All or Nothing. When for their main event, they worked their way through a football stadium, and it was wildly entertaining.
Awesome.
I heard it was exciting.
So good.
That cost $50 that Wild Spice just does not have.
Right.
So
right.
Girl, I streamed it yesterday. I am paying.
I just want to give a shout out to our friends over at Geekade. They do watch parties on Twitch.
Thank you.
They are awesome. So if you ever, want the invite to that, let us know. But that main event was so awesome. People were being thrown into trash cans. There was jumping off of stadium seats. There was just so much good stuff. So I wanted to give a shout out to AEW. Speaking of AEW, we also need to give a shout out to Brandy Rhodes and her new movement community called Heels, which is for the wrestling, for the women's wrestling community, which is awesome. I pulled up this article, but I hope it's written by a man. And I hope it's not true, because it says it appears as though AEW will be launching a line of heel shoes designed for women in the near future. So that's not.
That's not what it is.
That is incorrect. Incorrect.
That's bad.
At your sources, kids.
Jesus Christ.
Real quick, I want to give a shout out to. What was it? What is happening today? Oh, I haven't had coffee. That's what happened today. Okay, I'm sorry. The wrestler at AEW that's like a dinosaur.
What?
Claudia?
There's a
DJ?
dinosaur wrestler in
Yeah.
AEW.
Oh, what's his name? Big guy.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
awesome. What's
Shit,
his name?
what's his name?
Oh, crap. Something Saurus.
Yeah.
Mascasaurus? No. Luchasaurus!
Luchasaurus.
I
Oh
just
my
want to say,
gosh.
shout out. You're awesome. That's it.
I have no idea. Do you guys want to talk about the plexiglass for a sec before?
Yes, please.
Okay.
That's what WWE needed. A little more hockey.
I will say that I got used to not having anyone there, so it kind of threw me off a little bit. But once the show happened, I was okay with it.
Here's what upsets me. So again, I know we don't cover AEW, but literally they're stepping toe to toe, so I need to compare them. AEW, all of the people that are in the audience are having a good time. I believe they're able to drink if they're not on the card. Like they're like hanging out.
They're having a party.
Like having a great time. I don't know if it's the plexiglass that like separates. That was kind of weird for me, but I do feel that WWE has such a tight grip on things that they were literally told who to cheer for and how to cheer.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they were all even wearing like the other people's shirts. They weren't even allowed to show their own personalities.
It didn't
they
look
had
like
to
they were having fun. And I think the plexiglass and being like separated was part of that. But I also think that what makes it so fun about AEW is it's kind of like they're rooting for who they like. They're booing who they don't like. And like, it doesn't matter, who it's just, I feel like it's not fun when you're told who to cheer for.
Right. Yeah. It is a little bit scripted. I have to say.
But other than that, them putting in the little tidbit about they've all been tested. It's like, I don't care. Move on.
I mean, I was low key worried about it because but yeah, if you're going to do it, then again, I don't watch AEW, so I don't see what their situation is, but I don't know. I think they were definitely being told who to cheer for though, which is
agreed.
I also think that this might be what it's going to be once we're allowed to be free and to go to events. It might have a plexiglass on one side. I'm like, that's okay, because that means I'll just probably get the cheaper seats. So
true. I always
that's
get the
fine
cheap
for me. Wild Spice don't do cheap seats. Wild Spice is barricade or nothing. So this might stop that.
PJ don't got money like that.
I can't.
The baker just watches at home.
But I don't know. I think it's going to be fine for later. I mean, like for now, up until we get a vaccine and everything's done and we don't have to live in fear every day anymore.
I will say too, really quickly, that I know that we're kind of all in the creative acting community, but I feel like you learn so much by watching people who are better than you, especially in like an in-ring like live recording situation. Like I'm sure they see them like training or like practicing or whatever, and like see them performing in the ring, but actually performing and like being live on air and seeing all of that. I'm sure they learned an awful lot just to like see Asuka. Like I saw there was at one point when Asuka was coming out, just like being the beautiful badass that she is, and there was one woman wrestler, I think Shonzi Blackheart was there, but it was someone else that I didn't know or recognize. And her face was just like in awe of like being able to like see Asuka like in her element and like learning from her. So I just wanted to give a shout out about that, because I think that having the trainees there was, although telling them who to cheer for is not fun, I think that putting them in that situation is like putting me at a Broadway show. Like I learned.
Yeah. I think they'll learn too. They're going to learn as we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they'll get it together. Should we do
is it mandatory though? Cause like, are they all like, okay, you have to come?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Like, WWE probably controls everything. So yeah. I would say that.
They on the clock? They're kind of, that's the thing, is that like they're known for Vince McMahon having such a tight hold on literally everything that happens. And that's why AEW is like stepping blah, 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 toe to toe with them, is because AEW is all about like fun and like they don't have to be under contract and like all this other stuff is like more loose terms.
I gave AEW a shot this week because of their pay-per-view, because of their main event, and I had so much fun watching them. Like they're actually having a really good fun time while they're doing all of their stuff. They take a step forward in the Daredevil direction because they're like, I am going to put up a show for y'all, even if it's at the sake of my own personal safety, which it usually is. So just shout out to AEW. I feel like this week has been an AEW heavy week, and I appreciate that.
Shirt.
I see it.
Shout out to Judas.
Should we do our favorite moments of the week to close out?
Jericho? Yes.
All right, I'll go first. My favorite moment was when Drew McIntyre, aka Drew Snackentire, told MVP, "You don't have to call it a kick. It's clearly a kick. It's just a. You can just say Claymore. It's clearly a kick." That was.
Go ahead,
I love
Baker.
it.
Okay, who goes next? Me?
You.
Okay, so my favorite moment was seeing Baby Michael Cole in that Rock promo, the Rock promo with who was it? I forgot who it was. It doesn't matter. Right. It does matter. But I was just like, oh, Baby Michael Cole, is that you? You're being disrespected since 1998.
I did notice that too. It doesn't matter, Michael Cole.
I died.
All right, PJ, what about you?
I think my favorite moment was Asuka on commentary for the triple threat. Yeah. Because she got so fired up. And like also when it would cut to her and she would just be like dancing. Like no words, just dancing. I think
love her.
That was my favorite moment.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for us this week. If you want to go on our Instagram, I don't even think I freaking talked about our drink because I was obsessed with our Dexter Lumis cameo. True. But every Monday night, we do Monday Night Rocktail, and the video is always up on our Instagram and Facebook. This week is the Kabuki Teenie in honor of Asuka, of course, which had a great episode. And she also make sure you guys follow us on Twitter because I'm the one who's currently running the Twitter and I watch all of the shows live. So I tend to live tweet. So if you guys want to like engage or have any like commentary for us or anything, like I'm always there on our Twitter Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays up until, you know, the real world starts to kick back in. So, so make sure you guys follow us on all of our social media. If you want to send us more cameos, our email is facebeatpodcast@gmail.com.
Send us emails.
Yeah. Send us emails.
Send us emails if you have any questions. If you want to ask anything from us that's pertinent to the podcast, please send us an email. We'll reach out.
And do remember that any toxic masculinity will be openly mocked. So if you send us some shit, we will be talking shit about you. We're actors, so we don't really care about your negative comments. But anyways,
we've seen it all.
Bye-bye.
So we'll see you guys next week. Till then, keep your face beat and your heels high. Bye.
Bye.
Insert exit music.